assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team after the call using your mobile device. Text 470-444-0234 with your message. Text 470-444-0234 assistance. Stadium personnel will promptly intervene to support the ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event. Free behavior prohibited in the Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear-back events. For more information on the stadium's clear-back policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to gain for security as you enter the stadium. Please continue documenting all of your belongings and your vehicles before any improvement. Staff is advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather event, ensure your attention to the areas. Follow the directions of the main staff. Ensure your tickets are full and ready to stay before approaching the game. Connect to the stadium's complimentary FWC 26_fan. That's FWC 6_FANS. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment. Registration kiosks, cash, and debit card. Anywhere access accepted, inside or outside the stadium, are located in the use of the main concourse guards inside the stadium. So expect courteous and respectful towards each other in the stadium. When outdoor representation, attire, their gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or using your mobile device. Text 470-444-0234 with your message. Again, text 470-444-0234 for assistance. Stadium personnel will promptly intervene to support an environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited from the fan code of conduct. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear-back events. For more information on the stadium's clear-back policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to gear for security and quickly enter the stadium. Please continue documenting all of your belongings in your pockets and hold any approved bag. Non-stop is advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather event, please shelter in place in nearby parking lots and follow the directions of the main staff. Make sure your tickets are pulled and ready to stand before approaching the game. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network, FWC 26_fan. That's FWC 26_FANS. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Registration kiosks are attached to a prepaid debit card that can be used anywhere Visa is accepted, inside or outside the stadium, are located in a combo for use on each of the main concourse levels inside the stadium. Also respected communities and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Attire, behavior, or stadium team member or using your mobile device. Text 470-444-0234 with your message. Again, text 470-444-0234 for assistance. Stadium personnel will promptly intervene to support an environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited under the fan code of conduct. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear-back events. For more information on the stadium's clear-back policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and quickly enter the stadium. Please continue walking. Keep all of your belongings in your pockets and bring any items down. Don't stop and sit down by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather alert, please shelter in place in nearby parking lots and follow the directions of event staff. Make sure your tickets are filled and ready to scan before approaching the game. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network at WC16_fans. That's at WC26_FANS. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile inside or outside the stadium are located on the inside the stadium. Also expected to be praised and respected and stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or use an emergency. Text 470-444-0234 with your message. Again, text 470-444-0234. Stadium personnel will gladly intervene to support an environment where ticket holders, your guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited from the 30 Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are events. For more information on the stadium's events and other guide events, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and quickly enter the stadium. Please continue to shelter in place in nearby parking lots and follow the directions of event staff. Make sure your tickets are filled and ready to scan before approaching the game. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network at WC26_fans. That's FWC26_FANS. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Rent station kiosks prefer cash to a prepaid debit card that can be used anywhere once it's accepted, inside or outside the stadium, or located on each of the main high-face letters inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. All abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or use an emergency. Again, text 470-444-0234 for assistance. Stadium personnel will gladly intervene to support an environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited from the time. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are events. More information on the stadium's stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and enter the stadium. Please continue walking. Keep all of your belongings in your pockets and keep security personnel. In the event of a severe weather alert, please shelter in place in nearby parking lots and follow the directions of event staff. Make sure your tickets are full and ready to scan before approaching the game. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network at WC26_fans. That's FWC26_fans. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment. Rent station kiosks and cash to a prepaid debit card. U.S. State team member or using the local device. Text 470-444-0234 with your message. Again, text
Hola, ¿qué tal amigos? Una vez
Let's go! Shelter in place of uniforms. Directions of event staff. Ensure your tickets are filled and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network at FWC26_fans. That's FWC26_fans. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment. Station kiosks are attached to a prepaid bill that can be used anywhere users accepted inside or outside the stadium are located and available for use on each of the main concourse levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful to stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak to your stadium team member. Enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Security personnel. In the event of a severe weather event, please shelter in place of uniform guests and follow the directions of event staff. Ensure your tickets are full and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network FWC26_fans. That's FWC26_fans. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment. Red station guests anywhere is accepted inside or outside the stadium. Located inside the stadium. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or
Where do we get our fan ID?
472-432-02.
Jesse!
Text 472-432-02 Stadium personnel will promptly intervene to support an environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited by the fan protocol. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear-band events. For more information, visit the league's clear-band policy. And other band events, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and enter the stadium. Please continue walking and keep all of your belongings on your bags and hold any approved bag. Stop being advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather event, please shelter in place in front of your parking decks and follow the directions of event staff. Make sure your tickets are full and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network FWC26_fans. That's FWC26_fans. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment. Red station kiosks are attached to a prepaid bill that can be used anywhere is accepted inside or outside the stadium. Located and available for use on each of the members' levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul or use of language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest staging team member or use their local office. Text 470-444-0234 with your message. Again, text 470-444-0234 for assistance. Skating personnel will promptly intervene to support an environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited or fan coercion. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
I'm fine, thank you very much.
Atlanta Stadium are their better events. For more information, the stadium is clearly in place. Please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and the stadium. Please continue walking and keep all of your belongings in your pockets and hold any of your equipment. Please stop when it's advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather alert, please shelter in place in nearby parking lots and follow the directions of the event staff. Ensure your tickets are filled and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network at FWC26_events. That's at FWC_FANs. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Gas station kiosks or cash to be identified. Tickets used anywhere is accepted, inside or outside the stadium, are located and available for use at each of the main players' lounge inside the stadium. Guests are expected to praise and respect towards each other and stadium team members. Outdoor use of language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or use your local office. Text 470-444-0234 Again, text 470-444-0234 for assistance. Stadium personnel will promptly intervene to support an environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited for the fan code of conduct. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear events. For more information on the stadium's clearing policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and enter the stadium. Please continue walking and keep all of your belongings in your pockets to get through any of the not stop unless advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather alert, please shelter in place in nearby parking lots and follow the directions of event staff. Ensure your tickets are full and you're on the stadium before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network FWC26_FANs. That's FWC26_FANs. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Ready station kiosks or cash to a prepaid debit card that can be used anywhere besides accepted. Inside or outside the stadium are located and available for use at each of the main concourse levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or using your mobile device. Text 470-444-0234 with your message. Again, text 470-444-0234 for assistance. Stadium personnel will promptly intervene to support an environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited from the fan code. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are limited events. For more information on the stadium's clear event policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions for your security when you enter the stadium. Please continue walking all of your belongings in your pockets and enter any of your events. By security personnel. In the event of a severe weather alert, shelter in place and directions of event staff. Ensure your tickets are provided with the scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network, FWC26_fans. That's FWC26_FANS. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Ready station kiosks or cash to your prepaid debit card. Anywhere visas accepted, inside or outside the stadium, are located and available for use when reaching the game concourse levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to use and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Proper use of language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or enjoy your device. Text 472-894-0.
We rented a car when I was there after.
Stadium personnel will kindly intervene to support the environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event. Good behavior prohibited by the payment code. Enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium.
Oi, oi, oi!
Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium include events. Please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to do our security when you enter the stadium. Please continue walking. Keep all of your belongings in your pockets and enter any of your events. Unless advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather alert, please shelter in place in nearby parking lots and follow the directions of event staff. Make sure your tickets are provided with the scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi FWC26_fans. That's the FWC26_fans. Station kiosks or cash to your prepaid debit card that can be used anywhere visas accepted, inside or outside the stadium, are located and available for use on each of the main concourse levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire,
Nobody you, none.
Their guests and other fans can enjoy the event. Thank you and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are public events. For more information on the stadium,
I'll be the same everywhere I want.
please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to do your security when enter the stadium. Please continue walking and keep all of your belongings in your pockets and enter any of your events. Stop unless advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather alert, please shelter in place in nearby parking lots and follow the directions of event staff. Ensure your tickets are provided with the scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network, FWC26_fans. That's FWC26_fans. advanced. Attached to the return visas accepted inside or outside the stadium are located in a building that use each of the main concourse levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul words, language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or use a remote device. Text 4 clearback policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and quickly enter the stadium. Please continue to complete all your duties in the pockets and any approved bags. You will stop when this advised by security personnel. If you want to disappear please shelter in place in your aircraft bags and follow the directions of the net staff. Ensure your tickets are pulled and ready to scan before approaching the game. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network at FWC_fans. That's FWC_FANS. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Freight station kiosks support cash to your prepaid debit card. Anywhere visas accepted inside or outside the stadium are located in the first levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or use a remote device. Text 470-444-02 Again, text 470-444-02 for assistance. Stadium personnel will quickly intervene to support an environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited in Atlanta. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clearback events. For more information on the stadium's clearback policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and quickly enter the stadium. Please continue to non-stop unless advised by security personnel. If you enter the severe weather alert, shelter in place in your own bags and follow the directions of the net staff. Ensure your tickets are full and ready to scan after approaching the game. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network at FWC_fans. That's FWC_fans. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Freight station kiosks or cash to your prepaid debit card. That can be used anywhere visas accepted inside or outside the stadium are located in available forms on first levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak to the nearest stadium team member or use a remote device. Text 470-444-02 for assistance. Again, text 470-444-02 for assistance. Stadium personnel will quickly intervene to support an environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can can enjoy the event free of the Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear events. For more information on stadium's driven policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and equipment entering the stadium. Please continue walking and keep all of your belongings in your pockets after the event.
So I think that was down there.
Security personnel. In the event of a severe weather event, shelter in place and the parking lots. And follow the directions of the main staff. Make sure your tickets are ready and ready to scan. To the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment. One station kiosk or attached to your prepaid debit card that can be used anywhere Visa is accepted, inside or outside the stadium, are located and available for use on each of the main concourse levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Now, or use of language, attire, behavior, or gestures if you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or using a mobile device. Text 470-444-0233 with your message. Again, text 470-0233. Speak with the personnel will complete the pages supported by ticket holders, guests, other fans to enjoy the event, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear-bag events. For more information on the stadium's clear-bag policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and quickly enter the stadium. Please continue walking and keep all of your belongings in your pockets and hold any approved bag. Do not stop unless advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather alert, please shelter in place in nearby parking decks and follow the directions of event staff. Make sure your tickets are pulled and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network, FWC26_fans. That's FWC26_FANS. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Rent station kiosks or cash to your prepaid debit card that can be used anywhere Visa is accepted, inside or outside the stadium, are located and available for use on each of the main concourse levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or use a mobile device.
Hey, Carlos.
¿Qué le pareció el triunfo ayer de la serie?
No, genial, hermano, genial. Animados, animados con Colombia. Hay que hacer unos cambiecitos, pero estamos súper animados.
¿Qué te pareció el triunfo ayer del Chile?
No, muy dinámico, necesitamos los puntos para afrontar los próximos dos partidos con más tranquilidad.
Vale, papá.
Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear-bag events. For more information on the stadium's clear-bag policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and quickly enter the stadium. Please continue walking and keep all of your belongings in your pockets and hold any of your bags. Stop unless advised by security personnel. the event of a severe weather alert, please shelter in place at nearby parking lots and follow the directions of the main staff. Make sure your tickets are full and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network at WC26_fans. That's at WC26_fans. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment. Registration addressed to broadcast to your prepaid debit card that can be used anywhere Visa's accepted, inside or outside the stadium, are located and available for use on each of the main concourse levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or using a mobile device. Text 470-444-0234 as your message. Again, text 470-444-0234 for assistance. Stadium personnel will promptly intervene to support the environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited in the fan code. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are event events. For more information, please experience visit the stadium website. All your stadium personnel and shelters to build your security and quickly enter the stadium. Please continue running and keep all of your belongings on your vehicles and go to any bag. Don't stop unless advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather alert, please shelter in place in nearby parking lots and follow the directions of the main staff. Make sure your tickets are full and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network at WC26_fans. That's at WC26_fans. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Registration kiosks or cash to a prepaid debit card that can be used anywhere Visa's accepted.
Luego del triunfo del día de ayer de la selección colombiana, esto fue lo que nos dijeron sus fanáticos acerca de esta victoria.
Inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated.
La selección mexicana de fútbol se prepara para lo que va a ser su segundo encuentro. La selección mexicana de fútbol se prepara para lo que va a ser su segundo encuentro el día de hoy contra la selección de Corea. Y este es el pronóstico. La selección mexicana de fútbol se prepara para lo que va a ser su segundo encuentro en esta Copa del Mundo contra Corea del Sur. Y esto es lo que nos dicen sus fanáticos acerca de este encuentro. Yo soy Alfredo Suárez, me despido, hasta la próxima.
Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium
Así de que los conozco. Yo también. Ahí tiene, bueno, aquí estamos con la familia. Ahora con más razón, ¿verdad?
Please continue walking. Keep all of your belongings in your pockets and go to any empty bag. Don't stop unless advised by security personnel.
Claro.
Your weather alert. Please shelter in place in nearby parking lots and follow the directions of the main staff. Make sure your tickets are full and ready.
Ahí se la mandamos a Raya ahí.
From 1 to 10, and at 6, it's going good.
Guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other Stadium team members, foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or using the mobile device. Text 472-444-0234 assistance. Stadium personnel will be pre-interviewed to support an environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited in the fan code of conduct. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear bag events. For more information on the stadium's clear bag policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through
La selección mexicana de fútbol se prepara para lo que va a ser su segundo encuentro en esta Copa del Mundo ante su similar de Corea. Y esto es lo que nos dicen sus fanáticos. Yo soy Alfredo Suárez y me despido. Hasta la próxima.
shelter in place with your events and follow the directions of the men's staff. Ensure your tickets are full and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's FWC16_FM. That's FWC26_FANS. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Registration kiosks are attached to the debit card. Anywhere is accepted. Inside the stadium, all guests are expected to be furnished with a stadium.
We found some checkers. Some checker fans. Look at some checkers.
Gestures will not be
You gotta take it like right here.
require assistance. Please speak with the U.S. stadium team member or using the mobile device. Text 470-0234 with your message. Again, text 470-0234 for assistance. Stadium personnel will be interviewed to support an environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited in the fan code. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear bag events. For more information on the stadium's clear bag policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and quickly enter the stadium. Please continue to all your belongings and your pockets. Any of you don't stop unless advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather alert, please shelter in place in your own gas and follow the directions of the bank staff. Make sure your tickets are full and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network, FWC26_FANS. That's FWC26.
I'm sorry to bother you. You might take a picture.
Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Registration kiosks can very fast. Anywhere is accepted. Inside Atlanta Stadium are located in the using and using the main concourse guards inside the stadium.
Thank you so much.
Gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or using your mobile device. Text 470-444-0234 with your message. Again, text 470-444-0234 for assistance. Stadium personnel will probably interview to support the environment guests and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited in and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta stadium personnel instructions to go through security and quickly enter the stadium. Please continue on. Keep all of your belongings in your pockets and hold any approved bag. Non-stop as advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather alert, please shelter in place in nearby parking decks and follow the directions of event staff. Make sure your tickets are pulled and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network, FWC26_fans. That's FWC26_FANS. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Rent station kiosks to convert cash to
This is the finals, man. That is the
inside or outside the stadium. Located in the inside the stadium. Guests are expected to courteously respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or, using your mobile device, text 470-444-0234 with your message. Again, text 470-444-0234 for assistance. Stadium personnel will promptly intervene to support an environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited in the fan code of conduct. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear-back events. For more information on the stadium's clear-back policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and quickly enter the stadium. Please continue walking and keep all of your belongings in your pockets and hold any approved bag. Non-stop unless advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather alert, please shelter in place in nearby parking decks and follow the directions of event staff. Make sure your tickets are pulled and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network, FWC26_fans. That's FWC26_fans. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Rent station kiosks convert cash to a prepaid debit card that can be used anywhere Visa is accepted, inside or outside the stadium, are located and available for use on each of the main concourse levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or, using your mobile device, text 470-0234 with your message. Again, text 470-444-0234 for assistance. Stadium personnel will promptly intervene to support an environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited in the fan code. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear-back events. For more information on the stadium's clear-back policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and quickly enter the stadium. Please continue walking and keep all of your belongings in your pockets and hold any approved bag. Non-stop unless advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather alert, please shelter in place in nearby parking decks and follow the directions of event staff. Make sure your tickets are pulled and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network, FWC26_fans. That's FWC26_fans. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Registration kiosks convert cash to a prepaid debit card that can be used anywhere Visa's accepted, inside or outside the stadium, are located and available for use on each of the main concourse levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or, using your mobile device, text 470-444-0234 with your message. Again, text 470-444-0234 for assistance. Stadium personnel will promptly intervene to support an environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited in the fan code of conduct. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear bag events. For more information on the stadium's clear bag policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions and local security and quickly enter the stadium. Please continue walking and keep all of your belongings in your pockets and hold any of your Please stop unless advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather event, please shelter in place and invite party guests. And follow the directions of the men's staff. Make sure your tickets are full and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network, FWC26_fans. That's FWC26_fans. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Registration kiosks convert cash to a prepaid debit card that can be used anywhere Visa's accepted, inside or outside the stadium, are located and available for use on each of the main concourse levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or, using a mobile device, text 470-444-0234 with your message. Again, text 470-444-0234 for assistance. Stadium personnel will promptly intervene to support the environment for ticket holders.
I'll
ticket.
go. You can get in without a ticket.
I know, just wait for you.
I thought you'd sit down and have some breakfast.
Where's she?
that's a baby thing. I just ran. Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I have the feedback. I received your original tickets from Seattle.
Because I'm the one who paid for it.
Assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or using a resident. Text 470-0234-0234 Stadium personnel will be interviewed to support the event for ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited for the fan code of conduct. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear bag events. For more information on the stadium's clear bag policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and enter the stadium. Please continue walking. All of your belongings and your items to be any of you. Not stop unless advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather event, please shelter in place in nearby parking lots and follow the directions of event staff. Make sure your tickets are both on the stadium before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network, FWC 26_events. That's FWC. Prepaid debit card that can be used anywhere for 6 and 7. Please support inside the stadium are located and available for use on each of the main concourse levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures are not to be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or using a mobile device. Text 470-444-0234 with your message. Again, text 470-444-0234 for assistance. Stadium personnel will promptly intervene to support the environment and ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited for the fan code. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear bag events. For more information on the stadium's clear bag policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and enter the stadium. Please continue walking. All of your belongings in your pockets and avoid any of your bags. Unless advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather event, please shelter in place and directions of event staff. Make sure your tickets are both ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network, FWC 26_fans. That's FWC 26_FANS. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Ready station kiosks to convert cash to your prepaid debit card that can be used anywhere Visa is accepted, inside or outside the stadium. Are located and available for use on each of the main concourse levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or using a mobile device. Text 470-444-0234.
We rented a car when I was there after.
Stadium personnel will promptly intervene to support the environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited by the fan code. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium.
Oi, oi, oi!
Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go out security and enter the stadium. Please continue on. Keep all your belongings in your phones and any done so unless advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather event, please shelter in place in nearby parking lots and follow the directions of event staff. Make sure your tickets are full and ready to escape before approaching the game. Connect to the stadium's on-station kiosks have work cash and paid debit card account. Anywhere Visa is accepted inside or outside the stadium. Located in the local inside the stadium. All guests are expected to practice and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire,
Nobody you, none.
guests and other fans can enjoy the event. Thank you and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are public events. For more information on the stadium,
I'll be the same everywhere I want.
please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go to security and enter the stadium. Please continue on. Hold your belongings in your pockets. Stop and listen by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather event, please shelter in place in nearby parking lots and follow the directions of event staff. Make sure your tickets are full and ready to scan before approaching the game. Connect to the stadium's complimentary FWC26_fans. That's FWC26_FANS. One station kiosks are attached to a prepaid debit card. Anywhere Visa is accepted, inside or outside the stadium, are located and available for use on each of the main concourse levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or use a remote device. Text visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and quickly enter the stadium. Please continue walking and keep all your belongings in your pockets and avoid any of your bags. Please stop with police advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather event, please shelter in place in nearby parking lots and follow the directions of event staff. Make sure your tickets are full and ready to scan before approaching the game. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network at FWC26_fans. That's FWC26_fans. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Train station kiosks or cash to a prepaid debit card. Anywhere Visa is accepted. Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear-bag events. For more information on the stadium's clear-bag policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and quickly enter the stadium. Please continue walking and keep all of your belongings in your pockets and hold any approved bag. Do not stop unless advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather alert, please shelter in place in nearby parking lots and follow the directions of event staff. Make sure your tickets are pulled and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network, FWC26_fans. That's FWC26_FANS. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Rent station kiosks hold cash to your prepaid debit card that can be used anywhere Visas accepted, inside or outside the stadium, are located and available for use on each of the main concourse levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or
Hey, claro.
¿Qué le pareció el triunfo ayer de la serie?
No, genial, hermano, genial. Animados, animados con Colombia. Hay que hacer unos cambiecitos, pero estamos súper animados.
¿Qué te pareció el triunfo ayer de Colombia?
No, muy dinámico, necesitamos los puntos para afrontar los próximos dos partidos con más tranquilidad.
Claro, papá.
Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear-bag events. For more information on the stadium's clear-bag policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and quickly enter the stadium. Please continue walking and keep all of your belongings in your pockets and hold any approved bag. Please advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather alert, please shelter in place in nearby parking lots and follow the directions of event staff. Make sure your tickets are pulled and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network, FWC26_fans. That's FWC26_fans. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Rent station kiosks hold cash to your prepaid debit card that can be used anywhere Visas accepted, inside or outside the stadium, are located and available for use on each of the main concourse levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or use a remote device. Text 470-044-0234 as your message. Again, text 470-044-0234 for assistance. Stadium personnel will complete interview to support the environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited on the playing code of conduct. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear-bag events. For more information on the stadium's clear-bag policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and quickly enter the stadium. Please continue walking and keep all of your belongings in your pockets and hold any approved bag. Don't stop unless advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather alert, please shelter in place in nearby parking lots and follow the directions of event staff. Make sure your tickets are pulled and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network, FWC 16 underscore fans. That's FWC 26 or FA. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Ready station kiosks confirm cash to a prepaid debit card that can be used anywhere Visa is accepted.
Luego del triunfo del día de ayer de la selección colombiana, esto fue lo que nos dijeron sus fanáticos acerca de esta victoria.
First letters inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be fans and respect the rules of China and stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated.
La selección mexicana de fútbol se prepara para lo que va a ser su segundo encuentro. La selección mexicana de fútbol se prepara para lo que va a ser su segundo encuentro el día de hoy contra la selección de Corea. Y este es el pronóstico. La selección mexicana de fútbol se prepara para lo que va a ser su segundo encuentro en esta Copa del Mundo contra Corea del Sur. Y esto es lo que nos dicen sus fanáticos acerca de este encuentro. Yo soy Alfredo Suárez, me despido, hasta la próxima.
Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. That's Atlanta Stadium.
Así de que los conozco. Yo también. Ahí tiene, bueno, aquí estamos con la familia. Bueno, muchas gracias. Ahora con más razón, ¿verdad?
Please continue walking. Keep all of your belongings in your pockets and hold any of them back. Don't stop unless advised by security personnel.
Claro.
Please shelter in place and look for boarding bags. And follow the directions of the main staff. Make sure your tickets are full and ready.
Ahí se la mandamos a Raya ahí. Listo, ahí estamos.
WC 16 underscore fans. That's WC.
Take it down there. We got
From 1 to 10, and at 6, it's going good.
Inside or outside the stadium, located in inside the stadium. Guests are expected to be praised and respect the China stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or using the mobile device. Text 472-444. Stadium personnel will be pre-interviewed to support an environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited in the fan code of conduct. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear events. For more information on the stadium's pyramid policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to your
La selección mexicana de fútbol se prepara para lo que va a ser su segundo encuentro en esta Copa del Mundo ante su similar de Corea. Y esto es lo que nos dicen sus fanáticos. Yo soy Alfredo Suárez y me despido. Hasta la próxima.
Underscore fans. That's FWC 26 underscore FANS. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Ready station kiosks are attached to a prepaid debit card that can be used anywhere Visa is accepted. Inside the stadium. All guests are expected to praise and respect the
We found some checkers. Some checker fans. Look at some checkers.
Require assistance. Please speak with the nearest stadium team member or using the mobile device. Text 472-024 with your message. Again, enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear bag events. For more information on stadium's clear bag policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and quickly enter the stadium. Please continue using all of your belongings in your pockets and for any approved bag. Don't stop unless advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather event, please shelter in place in nearby parking decks and follow the directions of our night staff. Make sure your tickets are pulled and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network, FWC26_fans. That's FWC26.
Sir, I'm sorry to bother you. You mind taking a picture?
Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. One station kiosk. Convert cash to a prepaid debit card. Any bank is accepted inside or outside the stadium and located in the office and each of the main concourse buildings inside the stadium.
Thank you so much.
Require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or using your mobile device. Text 470-444-0234 with a message. Again, text 470-444-0234 for assistance. Stadium personnel will promptly intervene to support the environment.
Claro que sí.
Free and behavior.
Muy bueno. 3 goles, vamos adelante.
And enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear bag events. For more information on stadium's clear bag policy, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and quickly enter the stadium. Please continue walking. Keep all of your belongings in your pockets and hold any approved bag. Don't stop unless advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather event, please shelter in place in nearby parking decks and follow the directions of event staff. Make sure your tickets are pulled and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network, FWC26_fans. That's FWC26_FANS. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Rent station kiosks to convert cash to a prepaid debit card. Any guarantees is accepted inside or outside the stadium and located in the use of each of the main concourse levels inside the stadium. Guests are expected to courteously respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or using your mobile device. Text 470-444-0234 with your message. Again, text 470-444-0234 for assistance. Stadium personnel will promptly intervene to support an environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited in the fan code of conduct. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear bag events. For more information on the stadium's clear bag policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and quickly enter the stadium. Please continue walking and keep all of your belongings in your pockets and hold any approved bag. Not stop unless advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather alert, please shelter in place in nearby parking decks and follow the directions of event staff. Make sure your tickets are pulled and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network, FWC26_fans. That's FWC26_fans. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Registration kiosks or cash to a prepaid debit card that can be used anywhere Visas accepted, inside or outside the stadium, are located and available for use on each of the main concourse levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or, using your mobile device, text 470-0234 with your message. Again, text 470-444-0234 for assistance. Stadium personnel will promptly intervene to support an environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited in the fan area. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear-bag events. For more information on the stadium's clear-bag policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and quickly enter the stadium. Please continue walking and keep all of your belongings in your pockets and hold any approved bag. Don't stop unless advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather alert, please shelter in place in nearby market pits and follow the directions of the main staff. Make sure your tickets are pulled and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network, FWC26_fans. That's FWC26_fans. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Registration kiosks or cash to a prepaid debit card that can be used anywhere Visas accepted, inside or outside the stadium, are located and available for use on each of the main concourse levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or, using your mobile device, text 470-444-0234 with your message. Again, text 470-444-0234 for assistance. Stadium personnel will promptly intervene to support an environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited in the fan code of conduct. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear-bag events. For more information on the stadium's clear-bag policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to go through security and quickly enter the stadium. Please continue walking and keep all of your belongings in your pockets and hold any approved bag. Don't stop unless advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather alert, please shelter in place in nearby market pits and follow the directions of the main staff. Make sure your tickets are pulled and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network, FWC26_fans. That's FWC26_fans. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Registration kiosks or cash to your prepaid debit card that can be used anywhere Visas accepted, inside or outside the stadium, are located and available for use on each of the main concourse levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or, using your mobile device, text 470-444-0234 0234 with your message. Again, text 470-444-0234 for assistance. Stadium personnel will complete interviews to support the environment for ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of prohibited and very code conduct. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear bag events. For more information on the stadium's clear bag events,
I wonder what's this last
stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to avoid security when quickly enter the stadium. Please continue walking and keep all of your belongings in your luggage and hold any of you hand. Non-stop unless advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather alert, shelter in place in your home events and follow the directions of the event staff. Make sure your tickets are full and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network, FWC16_fans. That's FWC26_FANS. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Rent station kiosks convert cash to a prepaid debit card that can be used anywhere Visa is accepted, inside or outside the stadium, are located and available for use on each of the main concourse levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or, using a mobile device, text 470-444-0234 with your message. Again, text 470-444-0234 for assistance. Stadium personnel will promptly intervene to support the environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited in the fan code of conduct. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear bag events. For more information on the stadium's clear bag policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to avoid security and quickly enter the stadium. Please continue walking and keep all of your belongings in your bags and hold any of your hand. Non-stop unless advised by security personnel. In the event of a severe weather alert, please shelter in place in nearby parking lots and follow the directions of the event staff. Make sure your tickets are full and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network, FWC26_fans. That's FWC26_fans. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Rent station kiosks convert cash to a prepaid debit card that can be used anywhere Visa is accepted, inside or outside the stadium, are located and available for use on each of the main concourse levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Foul or abusive language, attire, behavior, or gestures will not be tolerated. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or, using a mobile device, text 470-444-0234 with your message. Again, text 470-444-0234 for assistance. Stadium personnel will promptly intervene to support the environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited in the fan code of conduct. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear bag events. For more information on the stadium's clear bag policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to avoid your security and quickly enter the stadium. Please continue walking and keep all of your belongings in your directions of the next stand. Make sure your tickets are full and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network at WC16_fan.
Ooh, excuse me.
WC16_FANS. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Ready station kiosks to convert cash to preferred debit card. Anywhere is accepted, inside or outside the stadium, and located in the locations on the campus levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium team members.
It's not that fast.
Assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or using a mobile device. Text 470-444-0234 with your message. Again, text 470-444-0234 for assistance. Stadium personnel will gladly intervene to support an environment where ticket holders, their guests, and other fans can enjoy the event free of behavior prohibited by the FAA code of conduct. Thank you, and enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium. Thank you for joining us for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Events at Atlanta Stadium are clear-bag events. For more information on the stadium's clear-bag policy and other guidelines, please visit the stadium website. Follow stadium personnel instructions to board your security and quickly enter the stadium. Please continue to hold your belongings in your pockets and hold any of them. Stop on this event by security personnel. When you enter the secure weather alert, please shelter in place and permanently weather guests and follow the directions of the main staff. Make sure your tickets are full and ready to scan before approaching the gate. Connect to the stadium's complimentary Wi-Fi network at WC16_fans. That's at WC16_fans. Atlanta Stadium accepts card and mobile payment only. Registration kiosks convert cash to a prepaid debit card that can be used anywhere since accepted, inside or outside the stadium, and located within a local use on each of the main concourse levels inside the stadium. All guests are expected to be courteous and respectful towards each other and stadium team members. Bow or absently approach the tile, the waveboard, or gesture to the tile. If you require assistance, please speak with the nearest stadium team member or, using a mobile device, text 470-444-0234 with your message. Again, text 470-444-0234. Enjoy your time at Atlanta Stadium. Welcome to Atlanta Stadium.
It up again. Yeah, he's had a good time of it with Chicago. Strong start to the season as well, up in third place. And he was brought in the January from Orlando Pirates.
Goes back to one of their top brass within the Chicago Fire. A gentleman by the name of Eddie Rock used to be a former agent, using his worldwide connections to be able to pull him in. Shrewd bit of business to go and get such a youngster with a high ceiling, give him playing time, progress his career, and then the goal will be to sell him on to Europe. I believe Mbakazi will playing in a top 5 league in Europe within 12 to 18 months.
You hear it here first, folks.
And I'll only take 5% of a commission on that. Friends and family discount.
The Tory pencil's going to let this go. And Czechia's favour. Ball in possession so far.
Don't be surprised if it's a late yellow.
Yeah. And we are going to see yellow here for Mokoena.
That's the right decision from referee. And oh, that's a big one for Mokoena, and he knew it too just in that moment. He's picked up his second yellow back-to-back, and now he'll miss the group's final match of the group stage against South Korea on Wednesday.
The way it's going, that could be his World Cup done.
Just one decision, and he'll say he got a slight touch on the ball. The ball did look like it maybe changed slight trajectory, but still endangered the player's safety.
Did see red in the domestic game for the Sundowns this season in the Premiership. Korea playing at a senior World Cup. He did play at an under-17 World Cup as well. How was your experience of an under-17 World Cup, Jeremy?
It was everything. You've heard me talk about it non-stop since the start of the tournament. And I digress from it, but it's a special feeling and one you never forget.
Lojek. Right out of the reach. Well, Hollish of all players being the furthest advanced.
It's good movement you're starting to see now, and Hollish just taking on the responsibility and just seeing what the game has given him. And right now, it's been the unpredictability of Czechia that we anticipated and were hopeful for from South Africa. It's almost been the mirrored opposite. Czechia have been far more dynamic in the final third. South Africa, it's much more of the same. They're really stretched out, South Africa, in their build-up, and it's leading to these long balls that are causing physical duels, these 1v1 aerial challenges. I don't know tactically if that's the way to get the better of Czechia. Here's a good example. Watch the build-up. Everyone spreads wide. And now, when there's a little bit of pressure from Czechia, it's forced to go long, and that's exactly what Czechia want.
Sofal didn't get there first. It's Modiba. Seen a lot of the balls so far, South Africa, without really challenging Maciej Kovac. Flag is up here, which will just add to the frustrations.
If you're going to go long, then you've got to put it behind the back five of Czechia. Get them turning around facing their own goal. Just playing it long from the goalkeeper, he can only kick it so far, and when he does, that's just in front of the back line. And then ultimately from there, it's easy for them to defend.
Tori Penso happy for that to go on, a fair scrap. They're all behind South Africa here to make something happen. Morenos, it's a great touch, brings others into play. Gets the comeback and it's cleared away. Chev right there where it needed to be.
That's something that'll get the Bafana fans off their seats. A little bit of endeavor and ingenuity to go 1v1. Wonderful timing from Reyners, good first touch, and then just invites his teammate in. Good discipline from Czechia, it has to be said. While you're just finally getting a glimpse of when South Africa plays freely, it's when they are at their best.
I'm not going to go direct in there. Just to get across it now, and they do. Chev there first again. Lojek. And the drive from Adam Lojek here. He put the brakes on, and the ball was won fairly. Whether he might have just fancied taking the ball on there. One point where Rowan Williams was scampering back to his goal. We've seen Patrick Schick score from his own half in a European Championship.
Ronald Williams would have seen it as well. He doesn't want to end up like his colleague scrambling back.
Goal from Michal Sadilek. Here's the difference so far here in Atlanta.
You just hear the decibels rising. That's how starved the South African fans are for something to enjoy and to cheer for. One run, set that off, and now it's been infectious inside of the stadium. Players need to feed off of that energy and try to replicate it.
Oh, Williams playing with fire here. Goodness me, they are. And fortunate for South Africa, they weren't burnt.
They were burned 9 minutes in the opening match day, trying to play it out of the back, and it's all well and good, but if you don't have the numbers, you've got to look to the next line.
There is George Weah, former Ballon d'Or winner, well, Liberian president.
What a player he was. Incredible.
He was unstoppable at the peak of his powers, wasn't he? So far, known for his long launches. A fair bit of distance on that. So far again. Suika. Long. Is that well here for free kick? It is. I want to be crowding the referee here. The captains really are allowed to come, and yeah, and a yellow card for that. Cannot crowd the referee like that.
There's no real argument. That's absolutely foul. Shaq has got the position, or Patrick Schick, excuse me, has got the position. And Matt will say he got a toe on it. That's his claim.
It's a great use of the body there, isn't it?
It's wonderful.
So yellow card for Deambad. Oh. Take your pick. Jack and Sadilek so far making his way, but he's pretty good from this sort of range, although it's a fair way out.
The way Lojek has just placed it and then stepped back, it gives you all the cues and the hint that he may want to have a go.
Lojek does. And well over the top it goes.
That's when you want Pavel Nedved. Oh, not in the suites, but on the field. Only imagine the wizardry that he would have put on the ball. One of the greatest players that's ever donned the Czechia jersey.
And Mikhail Silvestre alongside as well from Manchester United.
A decent five-a-side in the suites today. You notwithstanding.
No comment. Why do you think I'm sat up here?
You and me both, pal.
Apolis. Closing in on half-time here. Flag up. Just to bring a promising attack to an end for South Africa.
Might have been a missed opportunity in the build-up. There was an up, back, and through as Apollos got the pass, and he just sort of looked off his teammate. Even if it's a 40-60 opportunity to be able to get that, not even a 50-50 at best, just give your teammate the encouragement to continue that run on, knowing you're going to reward their run with the opportunity to get on the end of it.
So far, stress that they need to give their lives in this one. Defensively, they've kept South Africa at bay. It's 43 minutes. Modiba. Reines. Down for Maseko. Against Suika, Maseko. It's got away from Suika. And it's Krejci in the way. Corner here for South Africa on the final approach to half-time.
Interesting to see the approach for South Africa. They refuse to try to serve this ball in, knowing that there's a dominance for Czechia in the air. They've gone short, and they have to go again.
And so far, they've stolen it back, and I think of those that have come up from the back as well there, Jamie, to be ready to have a go. Does the size element have something that may
clearly
say if, you know, he was asked about it in the press conference, wasn't there, the size of Czechia compared to these South African players?
But it's inexcusable if you're going to go short to have a entry pass in that comes in with a weak amount of power, lackadaisical first touch. These are the things that the South African fans were most disappointed for. Here's another instance of just a careless giveaway. There's heavy criticism, and right now it's just because the mistakes that are being made. South Africa are beating themselves by just turning the ball over needlessly.
Here's Modiba though, found well. Mokoena! Now that would have been special.
Good conviction on this from Mokoena, excuse me. Just no second guessing it. Is going to run across it because he wants to hit across the face of this. So it'll start to go from left to right off to his foot. He just doesn't get the angle right with his shoulders. He's sacrificing the technique for the power as he's from quite some distance out.
The qualifying campaign, he played in a qualifier when he shouldn't have. Nearly cost South Africa the chance to progress through a fairly lengthy qualifying campaign. It started back on November of 2023. They did finish top of their group in the qualifiers. Out of Nigeria as we head into 4 additional.
We'll have to keep an eye on Mokoena. He's not eligible to play in the next match.
So that yellow card.
But now Mokoena has to be a true professional. The disappointment is inevitable in a player that understands you will not play in the next match no matter what. So you now have to turn the page and go, I've got to give everything in this match to give my team the best opportunity to progress into the round of 32, or hopefully you can play again if you're Mokoena.
To the head of Mbukazi. Modao coming across. Oh. He'll take that and get the goal kick. Going through a bit of a barren spell. South Africa without victory. They haven't won this calendar year in games that they played. 6 games overall coming into this one. Last victory against Zimbabwe on December the 29th in the African Cup of Nations. Warm-up games in Mexico against Nicaragua and Jamaica, parity in both. Ron Williams will start things here for Bafana.
Look how stagnant everybody is from South Africa. Just needs more movement.
Koena can't get away from Chev. As for Victoria Pilsenia, Lukasz Chev, hard-working midfielder. A regular number 6 actually in his time at Victoria Pilsenia under Miro Kubek. Abonis. Maseko. Budan. Ocon, who was part of a Hanover team that missed out on promotion to the Bundesliga, missed out on getting into the playoffs, in particular towards the end of the season on the final day. That is on from Torre Penso for the restart of the game. The new initiatives being brought in for this World Cup, the countdowns for restarts, goal kicks and throw-ins. One last go for South Africa before the break. Madiba. Oh, he's got crazy with a captain's block. Nervy moment. Right to the end for Czechia. This is Lojek. Try and get away from one, but can't get away from another. And the final touch coming off Lojek. And that is that. So, a moment for South Africa towards the end. It could have been so good for them going into half-time, Jamie.
This would have been
what an end, what an end, what an end to the first half. South Africa, we're coming back. I have a strong feeling. We're taking this one, 2-1. Boucher, hit us up. Asamba Boucher. It's the Boucher, the ones and twos. On the FIFA World Cup 2026. Fed Park at Wanderers Cup, brought to you by Casalaga. A big shout out to our partners once again. Hisense, Hyundai, Coca-Cola, Department of Sports, Arts and Culture. Sabonga. Wosaman. Asam. Hey, Tina-ho, Banabada. Hey, Kiri-na-ho, Banabada. Hey, Kiri-na-ho, Banabada. Asam. Ay,
starting in my heart, reaching my fever, it's just bringing me out the door. Finally, I can see crystal. Go ahead and tell me how they all should be. See how I leave every piece of you. Don't underestimate the things that I could do. There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching my fever. The scars of your love remind of us. They keep me thinking that we almost had it all. The scars of your love, they leave me breathless. I can't help feeling we could have had it all. Wish you falling into pieces. You had my heart to say. Wish you played it to the beat.
you're approaching the second half, raise the flags, raise the flags, raise the flags, raise the flags, raise the flags. We're doing this for South Africa. We're doing this for Bafana. But the second half, we're taking this one. Asamba, 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 asamba. What's the man? Asamba, Majay. I hope you're ready for a win, because I can feel it. What's the man? South Africa want us to do something. South Africa, are you ready? Are you ready? I want to do something with you. Proud in South Africa. 1, 2. I want to show you something. It's a party in South Africa. Are you ready? Let me show you. Let me show you. Check 1, 2. You saw it. 1, 2. We're going down. Are you ready? 1, 2. And this one is the fitness. And the gym, and the gym. You saw it, right? You saw it. So it's ready. You ready? You ready? Aside. Get a 1, get a 2, get a 1, 2. Nice one for the last time. 1, 2, 3. I am tired. We're coming back to the second half. I love you so much. Sure.
into this
Sân
most
Atlanta, you
magnificent facility.
ready?
It's hosted 6 matches at the Club World Cup last summer. They're hosting 8 here all the way through to the semi-final. Neither of these two nations are thinking that far ahead. Parts of the prize are just staying and prolonging their stay at the FIFA World Cup. Quebec's team with a slender lead. So South Africa are going to make a change, and this player here is a talent, Relebohile Mofokeng. He's going to be taking the place of Jaden Adams at half-time here, just to add a bit more life to the attack. The Premiership in South Africa, he scored a plenty, he created a plenty as well. Mofokeng is certainly a player to watch out for. Here he comes for this second half for South Africa. Injection of life in the top half of the pitch. They need a team who've had just 2 attempts on target from their game and a half so far here in the United States and Mexico.
9, 8.
Kamrana's just a little too hasty to get going. And Tori Peso does get us back underway. So Czechia leading by 1-0 against Sadilek's goal on 6 minutes is the difference here in Atlanta. What do South Africa have about them in the second half? Remains to be seen, and whether the change and the introduction of Mofokeng can make a difference. JB Watson.
Mofokeng needs to be able to try to provide a secondary run off of Rainers, somebody to run in behind as well, pick up the second pieces. I'd like to see higher starting positions from the outside backs for South Africa, pitching in as well, less stretched out in their build-up, a bit more diversity in the attack. It was a bit regimented from South Africa, none of the freedom and free-flowing nature in which they operate best.
Just to bring it down under control here, get the ball out of the air. Czechia in possession here. Oh, it's a touch on from Sheikh and Sadilek. And this is Darina. Oh, 3 in the way. Could have been a big turning point. Chev and tipped over by Bronwyn Williams. But the biggest chance was for Darina.
This is such an important block. That's so well defended from Mbokaze. And then the trailing run of Okan to be able to come back and make this intervention. Bronwyn Williams is watching this and tracking it the whole way, but it's moving from one way or another. But that was Okan as well that gets in the way.
Darina, if he is to score it, become the oldest goal scorer in Czech history. His eyes must have lit up there. At the end here at the Atlanta Stadium, where there's a good amount of support for Czechia. Oh, the header! But for Patrick Sheikh, who when it is going right, will be gobbling those up.
We had one early on inside the first 2 minutes of this match that he didn't take with conviction. This time it looked a bit hesitant as well. Then I was surprised it got to him, so he wasn't able to add any extra power to it. The late reaction means it's just really hitting him instead of him heading it.
How did he season well with Bayer Leverkusen? He is Czechia's 4th all-time top scorer. 16 goals in the Bundesliga last season, 23 in all competitions. Here's Imioko. Zapolis. Slips it down down. Slipping over the top of Kovac's goal. Lojek, known for putting the ball into the net, doing his bit to stop South Africa in attack here.
Tremendous weight. To look again at Schick, who just saw that late, to be fair, as that comes over Ocon. This is the view of Torrey Penso.
Police goes short again. Back to the man who represents the Orlando Pirates. Commanding header away. Another wild one from range. Here's Schick for Czechia. Schick, the only one forward. Mokoena comes down again. South Africa behind. They were only behind in one of their 10 World Cup qualifiers. Defeat to Rwanda. Be careful here, Czechia, inviting pressure onto them. Mudau, can he get in behind? Satilakis done really well back. Will have felt the breath on the back of his neck. But Mudau's come off worse.
That's twice now we've been able to see Mudau be able to threaten in behind. It feels like it was Sadilik's ball to get to, but Mudau just bravely sticks his foot in there. Oh, and it's more of the landing.
Yeah.
His foot was in a precarious position. Couldn't really protect it, and then all the way to Sadilik comes down. A bit of rotation in the foot when Sadilik lands on Mudau.
Up on his feet is okay. 6 years with Sundowns and Mudau. And Bat. Serenus. Now Lojek. Schick. Suika. Oh, it's a tremendous ball in as well.
What a clearance.
That was so important from Mbakazi. It's just asking to be put in, wasn't it?
Wow, this was so good to be able to clear that away the last second. Mokoena just acrobatically, but also intelligently clears it. And keep in mind, this is how Czechia scored their first goal. Miroslav Krejci was the one that got on the end of it.
Massive one in again, and there was Mbakazi to put it behind.
And if Mbakazi doesn't get there, Krejci was inside of his defender, and he was the next player that was going to get to it.
Here comes again, and the header is over as a lot of players down. Krejci goes head to the ball first.
Krejci just goes and finds it, tracks it so well, even backpedaling. And unfortunately for Czechia, he is backpedaling, so it's immensely difficult to get any sort of precision on the header.
Scored in both games in the playoffs, and scoring at the first game as well here of the FIFA World Cup. Krejci, captain of Czechia, First World Cup in 20 years. Getting it each other's way here, Krejci. Saka just puts his laces through it to clear it away. Apolis, allowed to turn. Away from Derrida, finds Mudau, who's got time to take a touch. And played away in behind. Czechia here. Oh, so a wild one from Maseko in the end. And so Czechia are going to be making their first change. So it'll be the end of Derrida as we just have a look at Lukasz Chev's effort at the start of this second half. So Vladimir Derrida comes off. So quite the season back in Czech football, actually, Derrida. And coming back out of retirement for the World Cup qualifiers. Putting a shift in there, all right. Schwicker is also coming off. So Zeleny and Schultz, players that have come on. So a double change from Kobe. Schultz has had a very good season with Olympique Lyonnais in France. To bring that form into this World Cup here in this incredibly important one. This game that both need to win. Apolis. And once again.
It's crowded, it's got to come out.
Well, that is one that Czechia will be happy to see sail out of play.
That's poor decision making. You've tried one way, patiently probing, and then ultimately it's just careless to try to just swing your foot through it, and you don't even give your teammates an opportunity to get on the end of it.
Let's give it away, and Schick taking it in stride, an awkward one for him to take. Quickly in the races on here. Krejci's going to be aware. It's one of those frustrating ones from Maseko. Their hands are on the back. Doesn't need to give a free kick away, although Czechia are not hanging around. Schultz. Kazi. Apolis. Mokuena. Team goals in them, but where are they going to find the right answers here, South Africa?
Just look how slow it is to build up. There's no decisive first movement that then teammates can react off of. It's the player on the deck here, Vittorio Penso. Or a further call to be made here. A little something off the ball here. Wolfgang But he does throw a left hand, and you'd have to think after just watching your teammate get sent off in the previous match day for some silly swinging of the hands that you would not have the indiscipline to do something similar, to put your fate in our video assist referee Tatiana Guzman or referee Tori Pinso's hands. I don't think there's anything that needs to come from it. I think that Cherub has made an absolute meal of it. But nonetheless, why are you doing that if you're a Mofokeng?
Well, they are a team that have received more cards than anybody else so far in this World Cup. That's a great pass. Schultz now, and the layoff. The block was mightily important.
How good is that from the two substitutes? Zeleny with a little bit of skill check, then puts it right back through the legs of Mudau. Maybe it's just the nature of just coming off the bench, if you're Pavel Schultz, to not have a go. That would have been a good spot. I think he realized it when the moment had passed him, and he could have had, maybe should have had, an effort towards goal. Now, if you're Ronwen Williams right now, you're looking at how stagnant everything is. You're finally getting a little jog towards the ball. But then what else is there if you're the goalkeeper?
Passes like that, and immediately under pressure. Now he goes long.
And what are Czechia's strengths? Long aerial duels. It's just unimaginative right now from South Africa.
Speculative hits like that, which they'll be happy to see. Czechia from Madiba this time.
Czechia will take this all day. Czechia got their reward. They got their goal from throwing interchange, and 6 minutes in, they probably finished. Pressure has been the word that has been thrown around more than anything else today, and you better believe these last 30 minutes are going to have even more pressure with each passing second for the South African side.
Yeah, you can see there, attempts on target as 0 for South Africa. They're now going over 90 minutes without an attempt on target. Coming back on the 56th minute against Mexico, and that was from Aubrey Madiba, who's known as the postman.
Why is that?
Known for delivering for his club and country.
I see what you did there.
Mofokeng.
I've been really impressed with Czechia's shape. They have done really well.
And Mudau, not staying down, Mudau, flag eventually going up. Krejci not doing his job anyhow.
Almost spoke too soon there. Well, finally, one run set off by Mofokeng draws the attention of the Czechia midfielder, and then ultimately it just creates a little bit of space for Mudau, who had straight to that offside position. But we're an hour into it, and we're not seeing nearly enough selfless running from South Africa to set their teammates up for success.
Right back at Czechia here again. It's good distribution that time from Kovac. Ranat didn't have the best of Euros. It seeped into his domestic game with Hoffenheim. Couldn't get in the team. Schechter to get up to his feet. Ranat's then playing a real part in Hoffenheim qualifying for Europe this season. This season gone. Police, he is the one that can make things tick. And he's lost out here. Directly involved in twice as many goals as any other South African player during the qualifiers. Was with the Police. Sadilek for Hollish, for Czechia. Twice a runner-up in the World Cup. Formative days, European champion as well as Czechoslovakia, 1976.
Been a really good passing sequence here for Czechia. Becomes demoralizing when you're South Africa having to constantly chase. You can't get your foot on the ball. You can hear Krejci screaming as Schulte put some runs on to keep the movement going.
Lojek got the block in, and I think he was fortunate the way that he might have just landed on the back of the leg there. It's awkward. Where's he going to land? How can he put his feet? And unfortunately, straight onto Muda.
It's painful. No intention whatsoever. Take nothing away from him. That is really, really painful.
There was a proper rallying cry yesterday, certainly from Ronwen Williams, the South African captain. Years and years of sacrifices he put in to be here. Talk about Hugo Broos promising that they will qualify for the World Cup. Don't want to let him down. So there was 2 to 3 days after the Mexico loss where in camp he said you could hear a pin drop.
Feels about right of a response with how flat that performance was in the opening match against Mexico. Right now, you can hear a pin drop in this Atlanta stadium because the South African fans have had nothing to cheer from with their side. And that is exactly to the game plan Czechia wanted.
It's still just a one-goal game, as Czechia are going to make a couple of changes here. So Lukas Provod and Tomáš Souček is going to be coming on. Tomáš Souček is going to become Czechia's 6th most capped player, moving on to 92 for his country. There's a change for South Africa, it looks like, as well. Evidence Magopa is going to be coming on as well. So that is the first change. Magopa for Reynes. Magopa scored 6 goals for his club this season in the league for Orlando Pirates. So it's the end of Adam Lojek. Considering the amount of football that he has played this season, understand that he's not going to be lasting the pace. Lukas Sadilek as well, coming and going off on the far side, the closest possible to get off due to the time constraints that you have now with substitutes. Lukas Provod there. Souček coming on as well, as I mentioned, the 6th most capped player now to 92. Souček, who was relegated with West Ham United from the Premier League this past season. 5-time Czech Footballer of the Year. What a miss so far.
Seen this script before. Krejci is the player they're looking for.
And there is Krejci. Watch out for Souček being on the pitch now. Those late runs and peeling away at the back post. Demioko. Seen our games of this FIFA World Cup. It ain't over till it's over. Just recently we saw it with Ghana scoring late against Panama last night. played behind, but out of play it goes. And Zeleni's not going to get that.
We've been treated to a couple really good days. The World Cup, Harry Kane back in a brace as well. Day before, all the stars were out.
We're going to have the first hydration break, or the hydration break into the second half. Still the one goal is the difference through Sadilek in the first half.
Striker is on the move. He cuts inside. He dribbles past one defender. He's heading towards the box. He shoots. Goal!
I'm in heaven, and my heart beats so that I can hardly speak. When we're out together dancing, What's your name? I'm Max.
Is that KFC's chimichurri burger facing off with KFC's Prego? Chimi looks creamy, the Prego looks spicy.
Every corner of this World Cup, we've had terrific crowds, wonderful sights. How this country, Mexico and Canada, have embraced the grandest stage of all.
Incredible. The people here have been brilliant. Here, there, and everywhere across 16 host cities and around these three great countries.
That's the best sign I've seen so far whilst we've been here.
We can both echo those sentiments from our significant others.
Needs must now for South Africa. Don't keep too many clean sheets. Czechia, has to be said, before today only 2 clean sheets in the last 17 World Cup matches. Saw a glimpse of the legend that is Pavel Nedved earlier here. Said that they would be 100% better than the first game that they played against South Korea. Needs must in a game that you just have to win, as just a case of needing to win it. Doesn't matter how you do it. But what can South Africa do? Just a 1-goal game. Still in the balance. Police was found across as well, and the loose ball flicked away from Schultz, and he's going to try and chase this one down as well. Recovery of Ime Ocon.
Better when Mafalken gets into the final third. There were 3 South African teammates in the box just waiting for some sort of service, but it was finally a willingness to get into the box. It just was too slow decision making.
The header is to the possession of Kovac. It was an awkward one, certainly, for Evidence Magopa. They've not really been able to get him in the game so far. 6 goals for his club. 1 goal against Cameroon in January at AFCON. Scored just the once in the qualifiers. And that has gone down, actually, as the first shot on target, attempt on target for South Africa in the game.
Feels generous. The ball should have been played across. And this is the type of moment where you start to really feel the full weight of Timba Zwane's red card in the last match. 36-year-old attack midfielder has 12 goals in 56 appearances, but he boasts the ability to create things. He's a spectator like you and I and the rest of us tonight.
Seko down. No foul. So foul over the top. Abolis. Mokoena now for South Africa. Oh, friendship. And that might be a yellow card. Yeah, he was warned in the first half for a number. And this time he's crossed the line. Yellow cards. 2 laddies left Krejci.
They've been given the benefit of the doubt earlier in this match. That wore out, more thin on the referee. Great bit of deception. Oh, it's really good to be able to just take the touch, drop the shoulder, and Maseko just rolls Krejci. Czechia are going to have their line right at the top of the 18-yard box. Then this needs to be put right into that corridor of uncertainty. Top of the 6-yard box, right in the penalty spot. Get everybody running towards the goal of Kovac.
Well, Abolis is the right-footed option. Open Madiba there. Anticipation around what's going to happen. Strike from range, but once again they're able to get out quickly in Czechia.
Couldn't be more frustrating to see that being the best effort. They're going to switch the ball out.
Just hit that hard.
Might have been. And hitting it hard from roughly 40 yards out is not necessarily the way to go. Yeah.
Kapakazi had the effort. Just blocked. Krejci there to clear away and towards Schick. This could again another frustrated figure today. Patrick Schick. Muda. Emi Ocon. These two will, whatever happens here, we'll have to wait to see what happens in the later game between Mexico and South Korea. A defining game for both of these two teams here in Atlanta. In attendance here at the Atlanta Stadium as David Zimmer is going to be coming on for Czechia. It's Chev that has made way. Zimmer plays for Slavia Praha. His third season back with the club. At the best of times with Torino in Italy. They're asking for another card here.
Sochek that got the wrong side. Hugo Bros, well, he wants something more. As there was a clear path for Mokoena.
It's a clear pullback. Short it goes. A polish. This touch was heavy. Krejci across. They will get a corner out of this, South Africa. Wonder if the touch was better. It could have been more. Oh, it's a great call here, overturning the call for a corner into a goal kick.
Abeles takes a heavy first touch here, so he's trying to chase it.
Great call.
Wow, really good from Brooke Mayo. Our assistant referee on a conversation with our head referee Tori Pensum got that absolutely spot on.
Selene. Czechia losing out again, and Maseko is evidence Magopa. Mudau.
Would you believe it? There's still not one player for South Africa inside the 18, though. Maseko just like reluctantly got to the top of the 18 and stopped. You're chasing the game. There's roughly 10 minutes till stoppage time. You're in the final third, and not one player is inside the 18. That's where the criticism is going to come from. That's where the questions are going to be asked of what more will it take to get players to get into the box.
Apolis. Structure defensively has been sound from Czechia so far. Happy for South Africa to have the ball in this sort of area. The sideways passes, no way through though. Apolis once again. Mokoena. Maseko. Coming inside. Maseko struggling. He's asking for a handball. Penalty! Penalty South Africa. An immediate appeal. Tori Penso took her time. What a moment this could be for South Africa to keep their World Cup alive.
This is so good from Maseko to just put his foot on the ball and decide, I'm going to go one-on-one. When he does, he just drops his shoulder a little inside out to create the space, gets the effort. That does come off of the arms of Schultz, but it's in tight. Ah, it feels harsh. Well, it's actually the left arm, so yeah, it does block the shot. It is a little bit bigger. I'm okay with that decision. On second glance, it looked like it was the right arm that was in tight, but it was actually the left arm that blocked it. Everybody saw it instinctively, and so did our referee. I cannot see this one being overturned.
So this is big. This is big now. Maciej Kovac played his role in penalty shootout wins against the Republic of Ireland and Denmark in the playoffs.
Mokoena is standing with the ball in his hand at the penalty spot. He is 2 for his last 5. He's missed 3. The 3 that he's missed have all gone to the goalkeeper's right. The 2 that he's made has gone to the goalkeeper's left.
Oh, the hearts will be thumping here. This to level in Atlanta. And for South Africa, this has to go in. Mokoena puts on the corner. They're still alive with his World Cup. 1-1.
South Africa is a country that dares to dream. And Mokoena has kept the dream alive for South Africa. The homework would have been done. The goalkeeper, Rati Kovac, knew that Mokoena had success going to the goalkeeper's left. The three misses have made amends in the biggest of moments. The weight of a nation, the weight of a continent on his shoulders, and he dispatches it expertly.
Well, known as the Rainbow Nation, they might have just added a bit more colour back to their World Cup adventure. South Africa here. Maseko is off. And Kamugalo Sebelebele is the play that has come on for the final moments. Not quite the finale here. These two nations away from the World Cup scene for a long time. Determined not to be going home early on a must-win game. And we are level closing in.
And if this result holds for Czechia, that would be 5 points dropped from winning positions so far in this tournament.
And another successful penalty. All penalties have been scored, all 4 of them have been dispatched so far in this tournament. Mokoena, one of the biggest goals for his country, into double figures for goals for his country as well. Final 5 minutes plus stoppage time. Here comes South Africa again into towards a police. Who dares now?
There's a real battle mentally right now. Those 6 inches between the ears. Do you go for it? Do you play cautious to not concede? We're going to find out who can hold their nerves in these final 5 minutes plus stoppage time.
There's Mudau. A setback for Czechia again, having led for so long. They led against South Korea before. They were beaten in the end with their first game. Life in South Africa again at this World Cup. Forget the third best, or the best third place teams, I should say. 8 of those will go through to the knockout stages as well as the top 2. So it's not totally over and done with. There was to be a point apiece here. It's important not to lose this one. Oh, and Saloni will pick up the pieces now. Makopa. Mr. Rahil to hold that up. And Mokoena come.
The pressure immediately falls on Czechia's shoulders. Their third and final match of this group stage is against Mexico in Mexico City. The last place you want to be against a host nation and one of the most formidable stadiums in the world, needing to get all 3 points. Czechia might really need to go for a second here.
South Africa and South Korea in Monterrey.
Still a daunting task, but
absolutely
the lesser of the two.
Mokoena, they are going to go direct now. Oh, and just holding it, Kovac. Sebelebele. Would have been quite the introduction.
Just one moment of endeavor from Maseko to go 1v1, drop the shoulder, and fortuitously win the penalty. has just changed the entire complexion of this match.
Shoot now. There's a check play down. So foul. Must see it out for a corner here ahead of Sofal as Patrick Schick getting himself back up onto his feet.
There was a look just a moment ago. Goalkeeper Kovac with a little bit of uncertainty, but this is a massive moment in this match. This play is being held up for just a moment.
Yeah, Patrick Schick's not happy, is he? He's considering the argument. Walk away in here. He's not having any of it, is he? And he's going to be very careful that he's not going to get a yellow card.
Corey Benson just said, I don't want to card you. Schick just has to manage the emotions, but this is a massive moment. Set pieces have been a real point of dominance all afternoon long for Czechia. Krejci in particular, number 7.
It's a good header. Really good header away by Mbakazi. What a pillar of strength at the back there for South Africa today.
There's numbers at the back post.
Cross eventually is played into his Krejci. Zimmer. Feel the tension inside Atlanta Stadium. Oh! I'd have got away with that, Zeleny, but he does get the free kick. Just a little trick.
Yeah, he tried to play through it, but there was a step on top of the foot.
7 more to play. Sofal floated and glanced on by Zeleny. Souček, flag up.
Our assistant referee on the far side, Katie Nesbitt, was just waiting for that. Souček had made the initial run, and when it gets flicked on, he was in that offside position. The deflection and just falls into the path. Watch Souček at the top. It resets when the header happens. There's the first initial one, but when it gets headed on, Souček was in an offside position. It's absolutely correct decision from our assistant referee.
Was captain and had the captaincy taken off him, Thomas Souček. So far, won't get there. That's the gun. Here's Mokoena. Scoring South Africa's first penalty at a World Cup since Quinton Fortune scored against Paraguay in 2002. Oh, who wants it? Mokoena not helping themselves here. Schultz, Schick, Holej, and Sofal with space here. And straight to Mokoena with a recovery axe. Goal kick.
Look at that reaction from Ronald Williams to go over and just celebrate with Mbakazi. But there was a moment where the window was open and the Czech player in the attack took a secondary touch. If he could have played it first time, there were 2 Czechia players that were open and he just could not get it to him quick enough.
You mentioned it, Jamie, after he picked up that yellow card, Mokoena, which sees him out of the last game. How he needs to lead by example now. As a leader, he's done so. You look at all of the statistics, he's topping them. Chances created, touches, completed passes. The the scorer of a priceless penalty. Schultz. Schick in the centre. Schultz now. Oh, now it's Schick. Oh, Kaiser there again. And then flash wide.
There are so many tired bodies right now on that pitch. But both players, both sets of teams are going for it. Just heavy legs, poor clearances, rash decisions. You just feel as though this match, as we 4 minutes in to the 7 minutes of stoppage time, you just feel there's one more opportunity. Which side is it going to be? And is somebody going to step up and take the moment and make it theirs?
Over 4 minutes played of the 7 added on here. And here is Krejci. Check his number 7, that's a heavy touch. He pushes more, he goes for it more now. Tries to get in behind Czechia. Sabalevele. Attempted cross blocked, back he comes again from Mudau. Mokoena for a police. Mofokeng. And Bakazi. And Imi Okon. Makopa. Breaking down Makopa.
Oh, that would have capped off a brilliant passing sequence from South Africa.
Czechia were undone by South Korea's equaliser. Some 25 passes that undid them on that occasion. A police. Schick, great touch and turn, but here comes South Africa again, giving everything in the second half. Mudau, on he goes, Makopa. Mofokeng. To be quite the finish. Oh, blood. Goodness me. So many red shirts in the way. It was David Zimmer.
Oh, it would have been a moment of brilliance just to have composure. But now we're going to send the last minute. South Africa try to generate something.
And police now feel it inside the stadium for the South African fans. Kept in play here by Imi Okon. Looking for that bit of support. Finds it from Mbakazi. He's going to have a go. Sojek. On the wall of Thomas Sojek. Has to go along now from Williams. Ranach underneath this. And that is that. Well, the second half that came to life. And for Kubek, for Czechia, for South Africa, they're still alive for now in this World Cup. A point apiece, their first point on the board in Group A, but they will wait to see what happens later as well. But in the end, frustrations you can see on the face of Sojek. And South Africa kept on pushing in the second half. They got the reward of a goal, and it finishes here.